Let's talk about lemons, a fruit that's as essential to the kitchen as salt or olive oil. Whether you're squeezing them over a salad, zesting them for a cake, or just admiring their sunny color in a fruit bowl, lemons are a staple in homes around the world. But have you ever noticed how quickly they seem to go from plump and perfect to sad and shriveled? Lemons are the kitchen's bright, acidic powerhouse, adding flavor and freshness to countless dishes. Their vibrant yellow skin and tangy juice make them a favorite for everything from drinks to desserts. But despite their tough appearance, lemons are surprisingly delicate once they leave the tree. You buy a bag, dreaming of homemade lemonade, tangy marinades, and zesty desserts. But within just a few days, you might find your lemons looking wrinkled, soft, or even covered in fuzzy mold. It's frustrating, especially when you had plans for every last one. So, why does this happen? The answer starts the moment lemons are picked. Once separated from the tree, lemons begin a slow but steady process of decay. The tree no longer provides water or nutrients, so the fruit is left to fend for itself. Lemons have a natural waxy peel that acts as a protective barrier. This skin helps lock in moisture and keep out bacteria and fungi, but it's not a perfect shield. Over time, tiny amounts of moisture escape, and air seeps in through microscopic pores in the skin. If you leave lemons out on the counter, exposed to air, they gradually lose water. The result? They become hard, wrinkled, and juiceless. No good for squeezing or zesting. This dehydration is especially fast in dry climates or heated homes. On the other hand, if your kitchen is humid or if the lemon's peel gets scratched or damaged, you're inviting a different problem: mold. Those fuzzy blue or green spots are actually colonies of fungi, which thrive in moist environments and feed on the sugars inside your fruit. So when it comes to storing lemons, you're fighting a war on two fronts: dehydration and mold. Too little moisture, and your lemons dry out. Too much and they rot. It's a delicate balance that can be tricky to get right. The secret to keeping lemons fresh for as long as possible is to control their environment. This means thinking about where you store them, how much air they're exposed to, and even the temperature and humidity around them. It's not just about tossing them in the fridge or leaving them on the counter. The best results come from managing temperature, humidity, and airflow. For example, storing lemons in the refrigerator's crisper drawer can slow down both dehydration and mold growth, thanks to the cooler temperature and controlled humidity. You can also use airtight containers or special produce bags to further protect your lemons. These methods help maintain the right balance of moisture and air, extending the life of your fruit from just a week to a month, or sometimes even longer. With a few smart storage steps, you'll waste less fruit, make fewer trips to the store, and always have a perfect lemon ready for your next recipe. Imagine never having to throw away a moldy lemon again. Understanding why your citrus goes bad is the first step to outsmarting it. By learning how lemons age and what causes them to spoil, you can take control and keep your fruit fresher, longer. Remember, proper storage isn't about stopping decay completely. It's about slowing it down as much as possible. Every lemon will eventually go bad, but with the right care, you can make sure yours last as long as possible. So, let's dive into the best ways to store your lemons and keep them fresh, juicy, and ready for whenever inspiration strikes in the kitchen. It's time to outsmart your citrus and make the most of every lemon you bring home. You've brought home a net bag of sunshine, lemons. The fruit bowl on your counter looks great, but it's only good for short-term storage. If you'll use them within a week, the counter is fine. Warm air speeds up dehydration and ripening, so lemons left out will last about 7–10 days. Keep them out of direct sunlight and use a ventilated bowl to avoid trapped moisture and mold. Think of this as the use it or lose it method. It keeps lemons visible and ready for quick use. But if you bought more than you'll use in a week, it's time to level up your storage. The counter is just the first step. For longer lasting lemons, you need to introduce cold. Let's move to the fridge. Have you ever bought a bag of lemons only to find them shriveled and hard before you could use them all? If you want your lemons to last not just a week but a whole month or even longer, there's a simple solution. Your refrigerator is truly your best friend when it comes to keeping lemons fresh. The cool environment inside the fridge dramatically slows down the natural decay process that causes fruit to spoil. But here's the catch. While the cold helps, the air inside your fridge is actually quite dry. This dryness can cause lemons to lose moisture, shrivel up, and become tough and unappetizing, even if they're kept cold. So, what's the secret to keeping lemons plump and juicy? The trick is to create a humid microclimate around your lemons, mimicking the conditions that keep them fresh on the tree. Start by placing your lemons in a resealable plastic or silicone bag. Before sealing, press out as much excess air as possible. This helps prevent the lemons from drying out and also limits exposure to oxygen, which can speed up spoilage. Next, add a damp paper towel or just a small splash of water into the bag. This step is crucial. It keeps the humidity high inside the bag, which is exactly what lemons need to stay juicy and fresh. Once your lemons are packed and humidified, store the bag in your refrigerator's crisper drawer. The crisper is designed to maintain higher humidity than the rest of the fridge, making it the perfect spot for citrus. This simple method traps moisture around the lemons, preventing them from drying out. The result? Lemons that stay plump, shiny, and bursting with juice for weeks, sometimes even up to a month or more. If you don't have resealable bags, an airtight container works just as well. The key is to keep the lemons away from the dry, circulating air of the fridge, so they retain their natural moisture. With this easy method, your refrigerator transforms into a citrus preservation chamber, keeping your lemons and other citrus fruits fresh and ready to use at any time. It only takes a minute or two to set up, but the payoff is huge. No more wasted fruit, no more disappointment when you reach for a lemon and find it rock hard or moldy. Say goodbye to tossing out dried, unusable lemons or making last-minute trips to the store just to get fresh citrus for your recipes. Instead, you'll always have bright, juicy lemons on hand, perfect for squeezing over salads, adding to drinks, or using in your favorite dishes whenever inspiration strikes. And if you're looking for ways to store lemons even longer, don't worry. We'll cover how to freeze lemons for months of freshness coming up next. Got more lemons than your fridge can handle? It's time for the freezer. Freezing halts decay, letting you enjoy lemons for up to a year. But don't freeze them whole. Thawing makes them mushy and hard to use. Instead, break lemons down before freezing juice, slices, and zest. This way you'll have exactly what you need ready to go. It takes a little prep, but the payoff is huge. Imagine fresh lemon flavor in the dead of winter. Freezing is your long-term citrus vault. Here's how to freeze each part for maximum convenience. Freezing lemon juice is the most practical method. Juice your lemons, strain out seeds and pulp, and pour into an ice cube tray. Each cube holds about 1-2 tablespoons, perfect for recipes. Freeze until solid, then transfer cubes to a freezer bag or container. Squeeze out air, label, and store for up to 6 months. Need lemon juice? Just grab a cube, no thawing needed. Toss it into sauces, dressings, or drinks. This method keeps your liquid gold fresh and ready. No more wasted juice or last-minute squeezing, it's convenience frozen. Next, let's freeze slices and zest for even more versatility. Your freezer just became a citrus toolkit. Here's how. When it comes to lemons, there's so much more to enjoy than just the juice. Sure, a quick squeeze can brighten up a dish, but the real magic happens when you use every part of the fruit. The zest and slices are packed with intense citrus flavor, and they're incredibly versatile in the kitchen. Lemon slices and zest can elevate everything from drinks to desserts, adding a burst of freshness and aroma that juice alone can't provide. The zest in particular contains essential oils that are wonderfully fragrant and flavorful. To get started, always wash your lemons thoroughly under running water to remove any wax or residue. Dry them well with a clean towel, then slice them evenly with a sharp knife. Uniform slices freeze better and look beautiful when served. Arrange the lemon slices in a single layer on a parchment-lined baking sheet. This step is important because it prevents the slices from sticking together as they freeze, making it easy to grab just 1 or 2 at a time later. Once the slices are frozen solid, transfer them to a freezer-safe bag or airtight container. Be sure to squeeze out as much air as possible before sealing to keep them fresh and prevent freezer burn. Whenever you need a quick burst of citrus, just grab a frozen slice. They're perfect for dropping into a glass of water, adding to hot tea, or tossing into a pan while cooking fish or chicken. The slices won't clump together, so you can use exactly what you need. No waste, no hassle. For zest, always zest your lemons before juicing them. The zest is easiest to remove from a whole lemon, and you'll get the most flavor this way. Use a microplane or fine grater and be careful to avoid the bitter white pith underneath the yellow skin. Only the outermost layer is packed with those delicious citrus oils. Store the zest in small containers or freezer bags. You can portion it out so it's ready to sprinkle into recipes whenever you need a pop of flavor. For even more convenience, try mixing the zest with a little lemon juice and freezing the mixture in ice cube trays. These cubes are perfect for adding to sauces, marinades, or even cocktails. Both lemon slices and zest will keep their flavor for months in the freezer, so you'll always have a taste of sunshine ready to go. They're a fantastic way to reduce food waste and make the most of every lemon. Drop a frozen slice into your water for an instant, refreshing upgrade, or add it to sparkling water for a homemade citrus soda. Frozen zest can go straight into your baking, think muffins, cakes, or cookies, without thawing. It melts right in, infusing your treats with bright, tangy flavor. By freezing lemon slices and zest, you'll always have fresh, vibrant lemon flavor at your fingertips, no matter the season. It's a simple trick that keeps your freezer organized and your cooking creative. This method is quick, easy, and helps you cut down on food waste. You'll never have to throw out a forgotten lemon again, and you'll always be ready to add a citrusy twist to any meal. Now that you know how to store lemons for maximum flavor and minimum waste, let's talk about what you should avoid storing with your lemons to keep them fresh even longer. Lemons are sensitive to ethylene gas, which speeds up ripening and decay. High ethylene fruits, apples, bananas, avocados, peaches, tomatoes, are bad neighbors. Storing lemons next to them is like putting them in a ripening chamber. The result? Softer, mold-prone lemons that spoil fast. Solution: keep lemons separate from ethylene producers, both on the counter and in the fridge. Designate a citrus-only bowl or drawer. This simple segregation keeps lemons fresher, longer. Good kitchen management means knowing which fruits play well together. Protect your lemons from bad influences. It's an easy way to save money and reduce waste. Give your lemons their own space. They'll thank you with longer-lasting freshness. Dry peels are key. External moisture is mold's best friend. Wet lemons create a humid surface where mold thrives. Always dry lemons thoroughly before storing, especially if they've been washed or misted. Use a towel to wipe each lemon, paying attention to stem ends. Only store lemons when they're bone dry. This simple step prevents mold and extends shelf life. Remember, dry outside, juicy inside. 30 seconds of drying can save your whole batch. Even with perfect storage, lemons need regular inspection. Check your stash weekly, on the counter or in the fridge. Look for soft spots, mold, or shriveling. Remove any bad lemons immediately to protect the rest. If only a small area is affected, cut it away and use the good part right away. Discard lemons that are extensively moldy or smell foul. Vigilance prevents one bad lemon from spoiling the bunch. With these habits, lemons become a reliable kitchen staple. Less waste, more savings, and fresh citrus always at hand. Buy that big bag with confidence. Your kitchen is now a citrus sanctuary. Enjoy the bright, zesty flavor anytime. You've mastered the art of lemon preservation.